You know, I don't feel like I work, you know, I feel like I'm an extreme hobbyist. So I just feel like I'm in art class, you know, creating every day, which is kind of nuts after a while, you know, it's all consuming. It really pulls you in, it's a lifestyle, I guess. I was always a fan of art, and I just love to draw, I love to create, and my dad bought a Mustang when I was a kid. He said, we're gonna burn the tires off, and then we're gonna buy more tires, we're gonna burn those off. So we rebuilt the motor, played with it, and I was just completely hooked. I had a Model A in high school, yellow chop top 327 Posi. I had a S10 Blazer, did a full paint job in my home garage, you know, had the pink heartbeat, you know, back in the 80s. You know, I've barely looked back since. You know, I'm the janitor here, HR, design, metal fab, and this is the metal shop. We set this up about 4 years ago. We moved in, and we've really done the best job we can to make not only the best tools available, but the best environment possible. We've got everything you need to metal craft a car from scratch. So this is one of our Ducati Scrambler projects. We made the race bikes for the American Flat Track. Ducati was going against Indian, Harley, all of the top level companies, and we were making the frame and a lot of the fabrication for them. So this is like a street copy. Pretty neat little guy. This was my very first motorcycle, the Texas T, and built that about 17 years ago after I left California. And then it was fun too, because there's the second bike that I did. This was the Grand Chief, and I built that with a tech school over in Birmingham with students, which is really fun. So this is our hardest project, probably one of the hardest projects going on in the country. 69 Cougar convertible that we're completely retrofitting with Tesla drivetrain. And it would be fairly easy if you're just doing the batteries and the drive unit, but we're using all of the HVAC, the dashboard, all of the controls, ABS, literally the door handles, I mean literally almost all of the functionality of the Tesla. And these things have 14 computers that are encrypting themselves, 7,000 batteries. We split up the battery packs, making our own custom packs. Whew, this thing is hard. I mean, look at all the diagrams just for like how the batteries and the water and the air ride and the ABS and all the, it's a bit of a headache. In order to make sure that this would work, we took a first year Tesla, basically use it as like an engineering model. So for example, we would get rid of the sunroof, and then we would figure out what the resistance was for that module, put a resistor in line, and then the computer would think it was still there. Once we had done that with all the pieces we wanted to take off and we didn't have any codes, then we knew we could take the thing apart. With sheet metal and metal shaping is really my best skill. I got to apprentice, I went to Wyotech, and then I got to apprentice with Birdman and Roy Schmidt, who was the old guy at SoCal. He was also at Boyd's. And then I went to GMT, and so yeah, I've actually I got to tech school and apprentice, and I probably got 25 years of shaping under my belt at this point. I love it. So I moved to Atlanta from Foos's shop 17 years ago. We do all kinds of stuff. We do motorcycles. SUVs have become kind of a new thing for us that we're doing a lot of. My personal Southern California background of working there, and Texas where I grew up, is more sleds, you know, 30s, hot rods, 50s. But at the end of the day, like, we get a lot of customers that are just like, hey, nobody else knows how to work on these. Nobody else will work on these. And those are kind of the projects that we take on because they're really hard. They're technically difficult. And for me, I actually love the challenge. We chopped this on Car Fix on Motor Trend. It's a 41 Cadillac LaSalle. We spent about 2 days getting this thing chopped down 5 inches. It's gonna be traditional, old school, white walls. It's got a big black Chevy, and one of my personal favorites that we're doing here. So this 71 FJ, we've taken a 650 horse Blueprint LS. We're using a Tacoma front clip, which I think is working out really nice with King shocks and the full kind of wide track. But the nice thing is you can go anywhere and get parts for this thing if you were out driving around the country. So this is my first race car, pretty stoked. This is a Formula Ford. This is a 1970 Mirage. Supposedly this is the only one in the US. But this is for vintage racing, road racing. I've done a lot of custom stuff on this, of course. The pipes I did from scratch. It's got a little old school 59 Caddy light on it, so bringing in the custom, kind of world. Initial goal is to do 5 or 6 events around the country. These actually race all around the world, so I was hoping I can throw it in a Connex box and go to Australia or Spain or whatever and race with it. So we'll see. So these are just a few of our sheet metal tools. I love this old Rotex. This is a hole puncher, so you can manually whoop. All of my stuff I do is kind of old school like this, but the water jet really allowed us to get into kind of the modern era. It's sped up our productivity, it's moved up our efficiency, our accuracy. So this is an area we have a lot of Baileigh tools. We've got our notcher. This thing is just absolutely incredible. And you see it's got a lot of miles. I've built a lot of motorcycle frames on this, car frames, roll cages. One of the neat things about it is it's on an eccentric. You see how that's going around in eccentric? So when you notch this tube, you can change the setting on it and you can notch it for either like a 1 inch or you can notch it for like a 2 inch, all on the same tool. This thing is so incredible. This is my old bender, man. I've had this thing for a long time, and this bad boy is just a complete beast. We've used this countless years. God, I feel like I've had this thing for 10 years. You see, it's got a lot of wear, but it works just perfectly. And really all of these Baileigh tools are such fine pieces, and we've literally barely ever had a single issue. So this is cool. This is our bead roller. Chris Rush, the old designer at Baileigh, we were sketching some stuff. I was like, dude, you should do a bead roller with a big opening so that you can have your sheet metal goes up. And then he added the quick release, which makes it so much easier. And so, I don't know, it seems like 3 or 4 weeks later, he sent me a picture, a video. What do you think? There it is. And they actually made it. With this tool, we've got quick release not only up and down, but we've also got a really fast way we're quick releasing, to get a tooling change. I mean, it's literally like that fast. Put it back in, whoop, set it up, ah! This is the Baileigh planishing hammer, which is funny. I mean, it literally looks like this super teeny little unit, but man, I tell you what, this thing's got serious power. This thing really has a lot more oomph than you would imagine. This is one of my favorite tools too. I wish I would have had it 20 years ago. I didn't get this one until probably 4 or 5 years ago. So we've been trying, especially in the interior area, chassis fab, we're trying to invest in some more modern tools. Here we've got our Baileigh router table. So our big use for this is we'll scan like a door. We'll able to create like a door panel in 3D, and then we can router those shapes. This is a really amazing tool. You can get it accurate and fast and quick. Instead of old school, like having a bandsaw it and sand it. I always call these square wheel. I don't know what the real name for these are. Big 20-inch disc sander. This is one you really have to be careful. There was a guy at SoCal where I used to be there, lost part of a finger in these things. So a great tool. You should definitely own one, but be careful. So this is our 3-wheel roller, slip roller. This is basically to take long tubing. So a lot of times we'll, like a roll cage, for example, instead of having super flat tubes or a motorcycle frame, we'll give it like a little gentle bend before we put it in the bender. So the Baileigh tools are absolutely top notch. A lot of the ones we have were made here in America. And I can tell you, like, of all of those tools we've had, they're some of the most trouble-free, heavily built, made to last tools that we have. I think it's really cool how Baileigh is featuring people like us who shape metal and make metal, because it's such a fun craft, and these people are stuck in these little garages building these cool pieces, and it's nice to see them and get the word out. So you never know what kid's gonna pick up Instagram, check out somebody like us, metal shaping, and go, man, I'd like to make that from scratch out of metal. And that guy is the next dude who's gonna take up this hobby craft and push it forward. This is a really nice wheel. We used to have a couple of that weren't as good, but God, these Bailey's are so nice. The two things with the wheel, one is to have super highly polished, clean dies, and to have a lot of strength, which that looks like 5/8 steel. This thing does way more than we need. And of course, you've got your rubber die, and your other dies are on the opposite side for whatever shape you're working with. So this is the big power, the Baileigh power hammer. You've got adjustable stroke on the back, which is cool. You've got adjustable speed here, which is really nice. You don't get to use these, like the wheel and this, as much as you would like. Sometimes it feels like a show tool, but man, I tell you, when you really need some deep draw or you need some deep shrink, having something like this in your repertoire just makes life super easy. I think I've had this one, this is a fairly new tool. I feel like I've had it for 4 or 5 years. We made a rack for it. Baileigh, you should have a rack like this. I can send you the design. When you're somebody like us and you're investing in a tool, you want it to last for your whole career. So that's what I've trusted with Baileigh. I can buy this one tool, I'm gonna use it for my entire career, and then hopefully I'll wear it out. Baileigh's got a huge line. I mean, from affordable tools to the Made in America line, you know, press brakes, routers, manual machines. I mean, it's endless. So this is the Black Flash. This was really a hit for us this year. This is a reproduction 1951 Vincent, which was the fastest motorcycle in the world in the 40s. The whole shop is kind of a mix of technology and old school craftsmanship. As far as we know, this is the first 3D printed windscreen, so it's got all these ribs and little pieces in it and bungs. And then I handmade aluminum to go around it. You know, that's the difference in handcrafting a machine, is that you're able to really tailor all this stuff, kind of like a, you know, fitted pants or a fitted shirt, put some real tailoring into the machine. And so that's why all those little bitty little things add up to one impactful kind of purpose-built piece. All right, this is upholstery. We just took over upholstery here, and our goal is to be able to use our Baileigh router to router a lot of this stuff, cut down on some of the hand pre-work, and then Johnny will be in here covering, and then we're gonna add hopefully another 3 guys in here once we kind of get set up. 38 Coupe Express Studebaker. One of the big things we did was we recut all these lines so that they were fitting properly, and we ran them through the Pullmax in order to get this bead. We went in and gapped it, of course. We added like a 1/2 inch to the bottom of the door. Scanned, and it's not done yet, but we've 3D printed the headliner. We made the rear window a lot bigger. It used to be a little teeny mail slot. 289 50s Studebaker engine. We use the old McCullough supercharger. Oh, the Scout. All right, so we've done a lot of work to this thing. We've cut and stretched all of the fenders. That's all butt welded. Full custom chassis, Fox shocks, 4-link. Put this in the Pullmax, deepened it up. Ralph and Wes have done an awesome job to get this LS up and running. Woo! All right, this is our paint area. We started this about 2 or 3 years ago. This is the Cougar body that we're doing the Tesla conversion on. So you can see we've got the handles. We made, as far as I know, the only like almost full glass paint booth that anybody has ever seen. And twofold: one, we can do videos like this. 2, we're doing education. So we did a seminar. You know, our whole goal here is to set up the most killer hot rod shop you could ever imagine to work in. And we've got a great team in here doing it. So I love the team here at Fuller Moto, being that we're able to do upholstery and paint and go through the entire process. And we have a lot of young guys. I mean, it's really fun to watch them progress in their skills and to progress in their career and make more money. And it's been really cool. So we have about 14 people on our team here right now. Hopefully we're about done. I think we're about spot. This is a pretty good place. I can still manage, still get to work. So fortunate to have all of these tools, you know, and my TV career has really allowed me to outfit a shop in a way that I wouldn't have been able to afford it. So I appreciate you guys coming by. Thanks for the support, Baileigh. We'll see you next time. Come back later.